In almost any calisthenics tutorial you'll watch, you'll hear mention of the scapula.
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 And so naturally, the next question that we might have is, what is so important about this chicken wing looking bone? I mean, to the layperson on the street, bodyweight skills look like they have more to do with a strong core than anything going on at the shoulder, right? Well, kind of, and don't get me wrong, the core is extremely important, but the reason the scapula gets so much attention is because of its role in more traditional bodyweight exercises. The scapula, and by extension the shoulder, is a very weird joint, and because of its ball and socket nature, it gives us a wide array of movements. Retraction, protraction, elevation, depression, upward rotation and downward rotation are all within the gift of this joint, and when we compare it to a simpler joint such as the elbow, we see just how varied the shoulder can be. This is the gift and the curse of the shoulder in that when it comes to performing more complex movements, which calisthenics skills tend to be, a weakness or lack of intentionality can present itself in inefficiencies and force going through the shoulder at best, or moving into dangerous ranges of motion at worst. For example, in dips, we set the scapula for depression and retraction. This tension prevents us moving into scapular elevation, which would be inefficient. Our shoulders moving up and down as we do this is literally a movement that we do not need. And this tension also prevents us from going into protraction, which could lead us to flaring the elbows and creating dangerous impingement scenarios. And all this isn't to say the shoulders don't or shouldn't move. Using our dip example again, our shoulders move in and out of internal rotation with dips, but it is this intentionality of restricting all other aspects and roles of the shoulder that is so important. But more so than this, the changing of scapular position in an exercise can very literally change the muscles worked in that exercise. For example, moving from depression to scapular elevation will give us a far better abdominal contraction on our hanging leg raises as opposed to being a hip flexor dominant exercise. Arch back pull-ups climax in retraction, with the rear delts and rhomboids firing up more, while hollow body pull-ups bias far more towards downward rotation, especially when looking to perform high pull-ups. If we want to achieve high-level skills, we need to have both the ability to resist force acting on the scapula, as well as drive force through the shoulder. And our central nervous system will very literally not allow us to produce this force unless we have the stability and mobility to control what is going on at the shoulder. And so if you want to know what you can do to ensure that you have calisthenics proof shoulders, then check out this video right here.